Well, my next guest has been on the program before. She is a very well-known matchmaker in British Columbia and, well, even beyond the borders of BC. And if you by chance have been watching The Real Housewives of Vancouver, you also would have caught a glimpse of Jane Carstens on the last episode. Jane is on the line with us. Jane, thanks so much for being with us today.
Hi, Jill. No problem.
Was it a bit different? You have been on the show before this program, others on this radio station talking about matchmaking. Now, just to back up a little bit, you were matchmaking for one of the Real Housewives, Mary Zilba. How different was it being involved in this kind of celebrity matchmaking as opposed to just an everyday person that might come to you?
Well, I guess it's just the high profileness about it, and someone who is well more recognized makes it a little harder when you're trying to find a match for them, because you got to try to find someone that kind of fits and goes with it, and someone who understands the demands on being a TV show as well.
Did you get people asking you or saying, Mary Zilba, she's this beautiful recording artist, why does she need a matchmaker?
Well, I think that it's a smart thing to do. I mean, she probably knows everybody and everybody. She needs to step outside the box a little bit and try to find somebody that maybe might not know her or really want to meet her for her, not just for who she is on TV.
And so talk a little bit, the episode that just aired, you and your business partner Jill were on the show with Mary Zilba and Robin Reichert, I believe her last name was, or is. It was a bit of a funny segment, certainly the seriousness of finding the perfect guy for Mary Zilba. Robin Reichert, though, seemed to really take over on what she wanted for her friend.
Yeah, well, I think she's being very protective, that's for sure. And, I've been doing this for years now. Nothing shocks me on some of the questions that I might get often. And I think, they were a bit nervous as well, and also trying to have some fun with it. And I think that's the whole thing. You got to have a sense of humor is really important when you're trying to date or, find a relationship.
I like to when you guys asked Mary, what are you looking for? Which I would imagine you ask most of your clients, if not all, when they come to you. Robin kind of cut her off and said she doesn't want any one thing. She wants it all. She wants the entire package.
Yeah, the whole package. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that we shouldn't really settle for just one or two things. I mean, like when you're looking at things that are important in our life, there are many facets of it that go all together.
Is it realistic, though, to say I want the looks, I want the sense of humor, I want this and that? And then Robin also seemed to really play up on the whole size matters motto in that for her, yes, it in fact does.
Yeah, well, the whole package thing, absolutely. I mean, we all, with someone might be attracted to me, might not be attracted to you. So, of course, we want that chemistry or thing. But I think that, Robin's playful, and she's American, and she was having some fun with the whole thing. But I think deep down, Mary's criteria was no different than anybody else's, someone who is secure in his life, and family's important, and someone, that is, comfortable in their own skin.
And Mary makes no bones about the fact that she just celebrated her 49th birthday. They were celebrating it actually on the show in the same episode. Does it change when you're dealing with people? I mean, these aren't 21-year-olds. These are people with established lives and careers and children of their own. Does that change as far as your role in being the matchmaker?
Well, I think, the gals on the show that are single, I mean, they're gorgeous, and they don't look their age at all, and they should be celebrating it, absolutely. I mean, they were still celebrating the night we watched the viewing party, the birthday party that goes on forever.
How much do you have to weed out then as far as somebody who might be interested in the Mary Zilba or the somebody they see on TV? I mean, keep in mind this is a reality, in quotation marks, show. There's no true reality show. There is a certain amount of scripting and such that goes into all of these programs. But how do you weed out people who simply want to be part of this lifestyle?
Well, I think the way I approached it, because Mary is definitely serious about meeting someone, so I took it not, show aside and all the glamour behind it, and actually was approaching eligible bachelors that I had in my roster to her as just a normal person and a person that has a great lifestyle, singer-songwriter, a philanthropist, a good mom. Those are some of the good qualities about her.
And I know we can't give it away. There's a big reveal coming up when Mary goes on the date. But what happens? So were you able then to say, okay, I've got these gentlemen that I think would be good for you, and able to narrow it down that way?
Yeah, what I did was I actually had 4 bachelors for her that I presented to her. And the 4th bachelor, who, of course, was my top pick, that was the one in the end that we all decided was the best match for her. I obviously can't tell you who it is, but I do know that next on Tuesday, when it's a big reveal, I think everybody's going to be pretty pleasantly surprised. I seem to be sentiment we're having on the Twitter bug there is that everybody is really excited for Mary. She's such a good person and one of the good housewives that she deserves love and happiness.
And I think, it's ironic that it almost has become the true reality show in that, you do something like this and this is your job. This isn't a role that you're playing. This is what you do for a profession. But being on the TV show and now getting this response on Twitter, are you getting a lot of people who are weighing in on this and wanting to be part of this and wanting to see where this goes?
Oh, definitely. I'm being swamped with people of, wanting some more information, and I think my website has never seen the amount of views it's ever seen before, and people who are interested, and they feel that wow, you seem to have some sort of credibility. We really like what your approach is, and you can do it for Mary. Can you do it for me?
And now this doesn't reveal, I don't think, but were you able to find her a man within Vancouver city limits, or did you have to look elsewhere?
Well, I definitely had to step outside the BC box for sure. Definitely. But if my predictions are right, I think Mary Zilba is definitely going to find love this year.
Well, we will be watching. I know a lot of people, some won't admit it, but a lot of people are watching the program. And Jane, perhaps we will chat with you again after the big reveal and talk a bit more about matchmaking and see where all of this goes.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
All right, that is Jane Carstens of matchmakerforhire.com.